Hello, hello. Thank you for joining in once again. Welcome back to the grave. It's been quite a while. I've been quite busy with certain stuff, but it's been quite the enjoyable thing. So let's see how it goes. Either way, today I actually got something really nice. I got a box from Journey Together for the Pokemon, and well, I'm pretty excited about it. I want to see what kind of cards I get. So let's see how it goes. So give me 1 second to grab the box pretty quickly. There we go. Okay, here it is. So this camera is not really showing it the best, but there's the box. I'm gonna start opening it right now, and let's just enjoy it and have some fun. So tell me, how's been everything on your guys' side? Anything interesting at all? Let's start by the promo card. We're looking really nice, I gotta say. Actually, one of the ones I need for the End Treasure, the Ends deck that I've been meaning to build for a while. Either ways, but yeah, it's been quite hectic on my side at least. I hope to hear about you guys, so if you got anything to say at all, do say it. I'm pretty interested to hear. So yeah, we got this one. Pretty interesting, goes well with the Solrock. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna start with pack 1 and see how it goes. Expect something nice, but not much to know until it happens. So we start with water energy, and from there we go to okay, so we start with a rock ruff. There we go, we start with a rock ruff. We go to a Caterpie, a Magmar, a Wooloo, specifically a Hope's Wooloo. So that's nice. Actually, a Pokemon I require right now. One that I feel that is pretty useless in most situations is the Super Potion. Because healing 60 damage but discarding an energy is definitely not that great for most situations. It will be a lie to say that there's no good situation. I know that the Gardevoir deck at least gets something out of it. I know it could be better, but at least I know that it does get something out of that one. Because I think it was 20 damage per energy that you put from the discard pile. Corvus Knight, Banette, Tropius, and a Noibat. A full art, or well, alter art to be more specific, but yeah, that one looks really nice. And lastly, a Ludicolo. Oh, that's an interesting effect to have for a Pokemon. I actually haven't read that one before. But yeah, it looks really nice. So right now, we have a Noibat to start with. That's not terrible for literally the first package we opened. Actually really nice, if I'm honest. Let's start with the second one. We're getting an Iono package. Let's see if there's anything good at all there. We'll have some fun and open up. Okay, so we get Grass Energy. And from that we go to an Nth Purloin. I think I'm pronouncing that right. To a Professor Research to be more specific. Lily's Cutie Fly. A Petilil. One of these days I'm gonna learn how to actually pronounce those names right. Until then, might as well just go with what I have on hand, but oh well. Either way, we're going to Oinklong, another Banette, Hopsbag, a Cloth, a Regirock, and a Hop Snorlax. Which I actually needed one of those because when I went to the pre-release I did not get any Hops deck. And it was difficult. I mostly just got the Ents, Darmanitan one, which was pretty bad for the pre-release, but Komala helped me more than once, interestingly enough. So, let's see where we go next. Basic Energy, Psychic to be more specific. From there we go to a Beldum, a Bacon, a Wingull, a Togedemaru, and Pangoro. I think I'm pronouncing that right. A Grimmsnarl, an Ents PP up, to a Bacon, a Jonas Waitro, and a Dunsparce EX, which is actually pretty good. Like, for any deck that's already running a lot of the Dunsparce, like having just one copy that's a little bit different might be helpful to keep things in check, if I'm honest. Okay, going with this one, let's see what we get on the next one. But yeah, it's been a while. A lot of things had happened. One of the more recent ones is I had my Wisdom 2 removed. I gotta tell you, doesn't feel nice at all. Fire Energy. It hurts a lot. And I do not feel that great, but you know, I got the Pokemon cards and it's a way to relax. It's been a few days since then, but what can I tell you? Only do it if you need to. Mincino, Toadschool, Mr. Mime, Sprigatito, another Pangoro, Grimmsnarl, Ents PP up, Pangoro. That's a second Pangoro. Banette, and a Regirock. This Pokemon has any. It takes 30. Wait, that just means that. That's interesting. If you're gonna use him, it's pretty okay, but like. That's an interesting ability, if anything. I've been playing around with a few decks. The Mamoswine one was pretty interesting, I gotta say. You do have to build it a little bit, but when you get to that point, it plays really well. Metal Energy. Scoobit. 2 Aparas. Milcery, Pali and Wooper, Helly Pepper, Hopspag, and Sklinklang, Pupitar, Oinklong, and Metagross. It's not Metagross, it was Bronzong with some kind of specific attack that makes it so that you cannot evolve your Pokemons from hand. It was pretty awkward when I played against that, I gotta say. Made it really difficult to do anything at all.
The Meats family has finally gained
But yeah, that's one of the weirder decks I played against in a while. It made it really difficult to do anything at all. Alright, so let's see what else we get from this. We go to an Electric Energy. And let's see, we start with a Drampa, a Durant, Morgrem, Galarian Stunkfish, Pelipepper, and Sklinklang, Ends Castle, and Up, another Corpse Knight, and a Bull Canyon EX, which looks really nice. I've been thinking about making a deck with him, but I'm not sure. Looks interesting. Burn is not really one status condition that gets used that often. So, a lot of people tend to have difficulties to respond to it if you're not prepared for it. Dark Energy, to an Impiding, to a Whalmer, an Ionos Tadbulb, a Kramer, and the one that I find interesting and that helped me a lot on the pre-release was the Hops Kramer, and that one's pretty funny. Pretty useless in most other plays, but in pre-release it was really good. Hops Anaconda, Copperajah, another Endcastle, Metapod, Pancham, and Lycanroc. Oops, there goes Whelmer. But yeah, college being pretty busy, that's another thing that's been keeping me a little bit more busy, so I haven't been having time to do this as much as I want to, but now I have a little bit of extra time, so I might be able to do it a little bit more often. Psychic Energy, to a Bombardier. From there we go to a Parasect, to a Pulpitar, and a Lowland Geodude, a Hops Anaconda, a Copperajah, a redeemable ticket, a Lowland Marowak, a Lily's Comfy, and an Among Us EX. Which, if I'm reading well, okay, you do need to evolve it, so it can do something, being that it only requires 2 energy, so it's not terrible. But I think there's better cards for a grass deck. The Terra deck is doing really well right now, from what I understood. My Water Energy, Floragato, Hops Rocky D, Ends Cling, Nimble, Oinklong, a Celiger. That's one that I always find interesting. If you have 2 of them, you can just keep switching them. And the fact that it confuses and poisons the enemy makes it pretty good. It's not the most powerful Pokemon ever, but the whole idea of being able to do one of those things, if not both, kind of makes it so that with a little bit of luck, you can do a lot on your team. Even just one lets you move a little bit around the Pokemon. Lily's Pearl, Fungus, Alolan Geodude, and Magmortar. That Magmortar probably will do well with Volcanion, because it worked. No, so yeah, it doesn't even have to be on the active position. This can be on the bench and it will still do the effect. That's good. I don't know how effective it will actually be on a deck with other cards, but like the idea, it's interesting. Okay, Grass Energy to Anodino. Lily's Comfy. Ascentred. Coffent. Spiky Energy. Another Celigar. A Hopscorbinite. A Lily's Pearl. A Toadschool. And a Noivern. The Noivern has a pretty really specific ability that if you do it well you can use it, but like it's really specific, so I will not really use it that often if I'm honest, because having the same amount of cards as your opponent, it's not always that easy, even more with really specific decks that pretty much draw cards like there's no tomorrow. Or the other way around, where they pretty much do not have any cards at all. Psychic Energy to Larvitar, Remoraid, Carablast, Kecleon, Greedent. What does Kecleon do again? Visit head during your next turn, prevent. Oh, another really unique ability, if anything. Gotten a Stell, Greedent, Regice. This attack also does 10 to each of your opponent bench. Oh yeah, not the most amount of damage, but like it can make a difference. There it is, the Fickle Spitting. Your opponent doesn't have exactly 3 or 4 prize cards remaining. This attack does nothing, but does 120 plus all the buffs from Hop itself. So I think it's like Snorlax is 1, so that's 30. The Stadium is another 30, so that's 180. The Sachet, the Choice Band, not the Sachet, makes it into 210. And I feel like I'm eating one for whatever reason. Yeah, no, that's all of them. Oh, yeah, that's all of them. So yeah, 210 from one Pokemon with one energy requirement, and at that point, if you put Choice Band on it, it doesn't even require energy anymore. But still, it's really specific. Chopper, a Wailord, and here is one that I find really interesting. The Slumbering attack. Kamala, like that card is really funny to me. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but the fact that you're able to put yourself and the enemy to sleep is really funny. Putting maybe a few therapeutic energies just to be funny. And again, 1 energy for it, so if you're able to start with it and keep your enemy asleep for most of the game, you're golden in a really funny way. Again, it's not as perfect as tragedy by any means, but doesn't make it less of a funny tragedy. And like you can probably add some kind of tool that could be really interesting. So we got a Metal Energy to a Lombre, a Skullbit, a Metang, a normal Noivern, another Alter Art one, the Greedent, Regice, Iris Fighting Spirit, Megarna, Magarn, I do not know if I'm pronouncing that well at all. Swinub, and Hobbs Duel, which Defiant Horn is pretty good, I gotta say. Like, you pretty much work as a free boss order. It's not the most powerful Pokemon, but at that point, if you're already building a Hop's deck, like, you probably already have a Snorlax and a few other things, so it's still gonna be doing bare minimum 120 to... No, wait, math. Yeah, math is doing right, 120... No, when I'm doing those numbers. Wait a second. 130. Because it's 100 with... Wow, math is really not helping me at all today, huh? So it's 110 with Snorlax, then it will be 140 with the stadium, and if you ended up throwing the choice band on top of that, it's 170. You normally will not really build it that much, because if you use it normally will be for the ability, but still. That was pretty interesting. But yeah, well, let's see where it goes with this. Now let's see what kind of energy we're getting at now. Another electric energy to a Torchic. Yono's Waitro, Squawkabilly, Ensclang, Octillery, Weezing, Ruffian, Floragato, Magical Leaf, well, a Caterpie, and a Reshiram EX, which by distinction it's not an ENS Reshiram, it's just a Reshiram, which, you know, makes a pretty big difference, but still pretty nice card. You know, I actually didn't know that there was just a normal ENS Reshiram. I really thought there was only the ENS one on this set. Seems like I was wrong. Like, I know there was 2 different Cramorants in it, but I didn't know there was 2 different Reshirams. The Destiny Rivals set looks really nice. I might actually end up buying some of it, depending on the situation. So we got a Dark Energy, where we move to Rockruff, into another Caterpie, and a Magmar, and a Hops Wooloo. Another Octillery. You may put to your opponent's active Pokemon into... not the most powerful attack, but, you know, the fact that you make it more difficult for the enemy to build energy is really helpful. Even more if for whatever reason they don't have a lot of ways of putting multiple energies on a Pokemon at once. Weezing. Another Hops Cramorant. Coffin. Lycanroc, which looks really nice, I gotta say. Like a really nice art. And a Meowscarada with Showtime. Once you turn this Pokemon in your bench, you may switch into it with your active Pokemon. So 180. Okay. That's interesting. It is in fact Showtime. Okay. Yeah, I've got in a decent amount of good cards. Nothing amazing per se, but still a decent amount of nice cards. I want to dream and say I'm gonna get one of the chase, but I don't know. Water energy to a ferret into a Drodigon? Drodigon, yeah. Cubone, Lechonk, Cincino, Maracactus, Exploding Needles. If you're gonna throw something to just waste time, might as well throw something that does damage to the enemy when it goes down. Toadscrew. Huh. Not as specific as, hey Sylvie, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. Welcome. Hope you hear me, right? I'm just gonna type it because I'm not sure. It's been a while since I actually done anything, so you know, if I start thinking about that. Oh, thank you. So how's been your day? Well, ends Clean Clan and Sylphage and an ends Reshiram. Well, doing well. I was able to get a nice box, like the last one on top of that. It was gonna be surprised if I'm honest with you. I didn't expect the GameStop to have any at all. Got in a few pretty nice cards. Just been ranting about what I've been doing with the game. It's got myself into it, and I gotta say I enjoy playing it quite a lot. So, what's your favorite Pokemon, if I say anything? I do wonder if it's Sylvie, but you know, I could be wrong. Okay, let's see what we get on the next package. We're starting with Fighting Energy into a Bacon, a Paris, a Wingull, a Swinub. I really might get enough to actually make the Mamoswine deck. I'm pretty excited about that one. It sounds pretty fun to play with. Maracactus into Cincinnati. Toadscrew. Oh, I remember. I was talking about Toadscrew actually. The ability sounds pretty interesting. It's kind of like Latias, but not really. Latia's ability works in all basic Pokemons. This works on all Pokemons. It's just not free retreat cost. It just takes 2. Which for most Pokemons might be free at that point. Yeah, no worries. I know my stream is not being the greatest, so don't worry about it. Thank you for joining in either way. Sentreat. Wingull. Do tell me if you see anything wrong. And Magerna. Really haven't done really well in the resolution, I think. I'm not 100% sure. It's a really good Pokemon. It's a nice start if you get any start. Letting you draw on the fact that if you do not get destroying in one hit, you can pretty much keep like healing from attaching energy. So what's your favorite Pokemon, Sylvie? I played online. It's nice to keep it in order. I do play in tournaments Mostly because I do enjoy it and I do have a little bit of extra time, but it's a easy way of getting cards. Plus, you tend to meet a lot of nice people, I gotta say. Most of the time, at least. Leafeon. It's a really nice Pokemon. I actually got quite a few nice cards of Leafeon. And Joltik. Thank you for following, by the way. Larbesta. Metapod. Into Black Belt training. So you only collect cards then? Ender's Maniton. Redeemable ticket. Combusken. Helly Pepper. Into Brock Scouting. And Tapu Koko EX. Which, if you build your bench a little bit too much, that does a lot of damage. Yeah, that card looks really nice. I actually been getting quite a few nice cards. I will show them all in a little bit. Right now I've just been going through all of them. So, are you excited for the Pokemon CA? Because I definitely am. I'm probably not going to play it on the Switch. But I want to believe that at that point I might be able to get the Switch too. Even with all the problems that's been happening around here. Okay, we got a Psychic Energy. Into a Shelmet.
Welcome to the big news report, our top story.
Okay, let's give it a second. I want to keep it... Is it back? I wanted to wait because I have the ads there, but I don't really... I have it in automatic, so I do apologize about them. So I'm just giving it a second. After that, I will continue with the cards, but right now I'm gonna leave it there. Ooh, that's nice. 6. I may actually have to check on those things because I literally put it at the minimum of the minimum. So it shouldn't be that much. Thank you for joining in, by the way. I just saw someone else join in. But yeah, I swear I had them on the minimum of the minimum, so that's weird that there's so many of them. So I do apologize about that. So which Elite Trainer box are you planning on buying tomorrow? Shelmet, Shelgon, Milcery, Paldean Wooper, Ensdar Maniden, Lockix. Is there any particular car you're going for? Combusken. Into Nimble. Lily's Cutiefly. And Butterfree. Because there's a specific few cards that I gotta say they're really nice. If I remember correctly, give me a second. I'm gonna look here. I think I have a few really nice Leafeon cards. Don't quote me on it. I'm gonna double check, so give me a second. That one there is one of my nicest Leafeon cards. I have quite a few others. Yeah. Evolving Skies is it was expensive then. Yep, they definitely are. I got lucky with those when they first came out because I actually also got the Glacian, the Dragonite. It is a really nice card. And even Rayquaza. I was able to get the Leafeon from the mystery box that they did for Prismatic Evolutions. And I exchanged it for what it was. I actually don't remember. I think it was a card for my deck, if I remember correctly. But I still remember it being a really nice card. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We're still going through all the cards, so give it a second. Okay, we're going with a Fire Energy. Well, that's like the hypest set, ignoring Prismatic Evolutions. It was so hype. In fact, I sold the Umbreon from the set to pay for my college. That's just how much it was giving. Iono's Bolter. Obviously not the whole thing, but more like the semester. I kind of regret it. I really like the card, but you know, you gotta pay things when you gotta pay things. Oricoral, Pearlion, Professor's Research, Alolan Golem, Escavalier, Brook Scouting, Volcarona, Larvesta, and Tyranitar. Which, by the way, it's really powerful. Like, it's really, really powerful. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We're going to Electric Energy into Black Belt Training to Wilmer and Sora and Zdarmaka, Alolan Golem, Cavalier, Electrode. It's one of the funnier cards because the whole deal of it is the Tum Tum Boom, which is a 100% knockout on a flip of the coin. So it's a 50-50. Either you knock yourself down or you knock the enemy Pokemon down. Which I gotta say, it's a pretty interesting idea for a Pokemon. Like, either I go down or you go down. The Dunsparce, Bombardier, and Ludicolo. There's another one that I think that's really funny, which is Komala. Which I'm pretty sure I found one, but I don't remember well. But the whole deal of Komala is that it has one attack, and it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it puts you and itself into sleep. Yeah, again, as much as I do like having good cards on packs, I do need bulk, so I'm not exactly super sad about it. Plus, I didn't buy this box at a marked, like a super marked price. I actually got it at a pretty decent price because it was from GameStop, so it's a little bit cheaper. That was a Metal Energy into a Lily's Cutie Fly, Petty Lil. It is if you're not the first one to get them. If you're able to get them from, let's say, Walmart or Target or anywhere without a fight, and you're just lucky, they're actually not that expensive. If you try to buy them from most other places, they're gonna charge you the extra, so $150. Again, this is in US. I do not know the difference in Canadian. I do know it's more, but in general, let's just keep it around there. It goes from, like, I know this box, if I were to buy it anywhere else, it was probably gonna cost me around $200. Toad School, Volcarona, which is part of the reason I bought it, because I knew I wasn't gonna get it that cheap anywhere else anytime soon, at least. Even if I tried to go to Amazon, like, they have them for like an exaggerated amount, or at least more than I'm willing to pay for it right now. Okay, we're going to Lockix, Iris Fighting Spirit, Durant, Rockruff, and Dunsparce EX. Which, by the way, looks really nice. It is a really nice one, and it's actually a really nice card in general, because it goes well with the normal one. Pretty good abilities, actually. Okay, let's see what else we get here. We got a Water Energy. From that we go to a Fungus, a Clink, a Lotad, a Nimble, a Volcarona, and a Alolan Marowak, a Brock Scouting, a Hops Rocky D, a Drampa, and an Sorok EX, which actually is really good. Like, it's one of the cards everyone's looking just for the ability. It doesn't really matter if you use it to play with it or not, but just the ability itself makes it pretty good. Now let's see what else. It is a really good, exactly, it is a really good ability. And the attack is also pretty good in general too, because it can copy any attack of the other end Pokemons, which makes it so that it can do pretty much anything. Okay, Dark Energy into Mr. Mime. Sprigatito, Drampa, Durant, Beresian? I really gotta pronounce those a little bit better. Hop Choice, man. Pretty good thing. Articuno, Posweek, Sprigatito, and Hops Snorlax. That was really a Hops pack because that had a lot of the Hops cards. Most of them are actually pretty important to each other, if anything. Okay, let's see what's next. We're starting with a Fire Energy into a Coffin, a Sprigatito, a Silly Cobra, a Fungus, an Oinklong, a Celigor, Lily Sparrow, Iris Fighting Spirit, a Wailord, one of the nicer cards, I gotta say, a Wailer. It sounds pretty interesting, I gotta say. The Megas coming back sounds really interesting. A Noivern too. But the big boy here is the Wailer. It's a really nice card. Okay. We're putting that with the rest. And then we go to Larbaritar, Remoraid, Carablast, Torchic, Eurasian, Hope Choice Man. Yeah, he got stuck. Actually, no. He did not get stuck. He's breathing. You can actually see, like, I don't think he's stuck. He's just enjoying it. Togedemaru. Oh! Wow. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Marrow Cactus. That one actually got me by surprise. Really nice card. Quite a few cactuses. And then the Lily's Rebombi. Gotta say, not the chase, but we've been getting quite good cards. It is a really good Pokemon. It's pretty cute. Okay, we got a Fighting Energy into a Wingull, a Swinub, a Shelmet, a Shelgon, Oinklong, a Celigor, Pelipepper, redeemable ticket, Silly Cobra, and a different Zoroark EX. So that's a fancier art than the other one. It's Ends Ghost. It's a ghost. But yeah, you were asking me about the megas, and I gotta say I'm interested on it. I did not play when the megas were in, but I gotta say the cards themselves are really nice. I actually got a Mega Ampharos card, which is really good. It's a really nice card. Electric Energy into Pancham, Mincino, Petilil, Pillowswine, Sandaconda, Copperjaw, Ents Castle, Butterfree, Noibat, and Wailord. Okay. Running out of packs, but we still got a few. So let's see if we're getting anything bigger than the... I think the Whaler is the biggest card we got him. Dark Energy. Yep. Might as well. Magmar. Hops Wooloo. Bacon. Paris. Sandaconda. Copperjaw. Ents Castle. Now, this is a card that it's really niche. Like, it's pretty bad in most situations. I understand why they did it, but it's not good. It's just not good. There really are few decks that will actually be able to make that work. Because it takes one energy and you can only put one energy per turn in most situations, so like it's really not a good card. Oricorio and Meowscarada. Okay, we get a Psychic Energy, Duask, Shuppet, Orb Squire, Sigilif, Billionaire. That's a really good question. Like, my most expensive is the Rayquaza, yes, but that's not my favorite. What's my favorite? Now that is a difficult question. Of the newer cards, it will be this one. I just like the Chibi art a lot. The Ionis Kilowattrel, it's really nice.
There's no such thing as your
But
prize.
if we go a little bit more like older cards, there's quite a few. Makes it a little bit difficult to be like my Magnus album, if you want to call it anything else. But the one that was the most difficult to get of all of them, where it is. Give me a second, I'm double checking. This one's really nice. For Pokemon wise, this one will be the Tinkaton. I have the whole line. This was really nice. Of the ones I have, there's quite a few others that I do really enjoy that I just don't have right now. I normally collect mostly the trainers. Like, if we're just talking about collecting is mostly the trainers. Pelly Pepper into Hop's Bag. Kling Clang. Dragon. Remoraid. And an Ionos Bully Belt. Not the rare art, but still a really good one, nonetheless. I got a Lily from Sun and Moon, which is a really nice card. I actually got it a long time ago, even before I started actually collecting cards myself. I got it from something else. Someone gave it to me, to be more specific. A Grass Energy. Into Methang. Noibad. Rockruff. Caterpie. Electrode. Hopsbag. Kling Clang. Cubone. Corb Squire. And Dubwool. You say a Darkaria level X. I'm actually kind of curious about it. Give me a second and I'm going to check on it. I might be able to find it. You know, with all the Sorok we saw today, there is one card that I know. I think it's Celebi and Sorok. Sorok, not Sorok. It only has one attack. And what that attack does is pretty interesting. Morgrem. Bombardier. Galarian Stunkfish. Parasect. Pusweak. Clough. Levincia. Magmar. Ents Castle. And Mark Morta. Okay. Fighting Energy. Lilligant. Alolan Graveler. The Dunsparce, not the Dunsparce. Impidimp. Pusweak. Clough. Levincia. Virizion. Larvitar. Lycanroc. Okay. Just 3 more after the one I have in my hand and we're done with the box. We still have a chance, so let's see what we get. Pupitar. Oh, I forgot. Electric Energy. Alolan Geodude. Audino. Lily's Comfy. Alolan Marowak. Lily's Pearl. Banette. Hop Snorlax. Shelmet. And a Blaziken EX. Which, what does it do? Sithing. Smolder Salt. You may attach a basic card from your deck to one. Oh, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna give it a second because there's gonna be the ads, and unfortunately I got no way of stopping them. So before I continue, I'm gonna give it a second for the ads. Again, apologize about them. I tried to take them off, but it doesn't allow me to fully take them off. Okay, we got a dark energy into a Lechonk, a Cubone, a Joltik, a Larvesta, a Super Potion, a Corby's Knight, a Banette, a Shelgon, a Coffin, and a Metagross. Then we go to whatever's next. I'm not sure. Give it a second. Water Energy, a Beltum, a Torkoal. Here it is, the Komala I was talking about before. The fact that you put yourself and the enemy to sleep. Coughing. Pangoro. Grimmsnarl. Enspepiop. Spiky Energy. Ensora. And Kilowattrel. And last pack. Metal Energy. Thread. Coffint. Lumbra. Skewbit. Pangoro. Grimmsnarl. And Speepiop. Bills on Air. And Regirock. Oh well. Nothing amazing. Still nice. Let me start wrapping up the cards, so give me a second. It's time to get them sleeved. So we got the Blaziken EX. The Ionos Bellybolt. The Ensorok. The Maracactus. Wailord. Normal Ensorok. Well, the EX one, but like not the rare art. The Dunsparce EX. Tapu Koko. Lincoln Rock. Reshiram EX. Mongo's EX. Bull Canyon EX. Normal Dunsparce EX. We got the Noibet. And promo card. For a decent amount of cards. Actually, let me count. We're 36 packs, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 14, 14 like good cards per se out of 36. That's like a third. No, a little bit more of a third, but still. That's around like a 39% or so, give or take. Gotta say, that's not bad. Like again, no big chase cards or anything like that, but still pretty nice cards. Could add most of those to my collection. Gotta organize a lot of this. I'll leave it with for a second while I organize things. I don't want cards all around. Can make a pretty big mess. Well, you know, I actually feel like maybe playing a few rounds of Pokemon now. So, you know, I might actually do that. Because I already finished organizing the cards and everything. I will, actually. Give me a second to open the game and actually change things. Gonna stop the music now. I guess I'm about to open something with a different music, so I don't want it getting confusing. Okay, I'll just give it a second. I need this one. Done. I think that one is that one. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry about the whole mess. I think that should make it a little bit more better per se. Not 100% sure. I'm trying to organize things, so give me a second. Let's do it with Dragapult deck to start with. Just have some fun. Okay, let's see how the game goes. Okay, let's see. We're doing well here. Let's throw a Dreepy. This and a Pidgey. I don't know if I'm going first or second, but I already have a start, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just enjoy while we can. The game. Okay, so against Ogre Pond with Teal Dance. I do not appreciate that. That's gonna get pretty annoying pretty quickly to fight against. Okay, so we're starting with Body Puffin. And we're throwing 2 of those there. I could throw an Iono, but like most is gonna give me energy, and at this point I might actually prefer the whatever, let's do it. He's just gonna get the same amount of cards anyways, but I need something. Anything but something. Well, Pheasant Deputy is definitely gonna make a difference. And the rare candy will have been helpful here. But we make do with what we have. Because, again, not really much of an option. Hey, let's just enjoy and see how well this goes. I have some really good expectations from this one. A little bit scared of the Monkey Dory and the Boodoo, but I can make it work. You need 3 energy, and you can put 2 energy into your Pokemon. So it's really dependent if you got any energy at all or not from it. Which the fact that you use that, yep, Voodoo. I 100% expected that. Whatever. I'm not even surprised about that. I'll be even more surprised if you didn't do it. Because now you're gonna Teal Dance into that. And then you're gonna use Ichi Pollen. Such a great thing to get thrown with. And then it's selecting their deck. So another one of those. That's great. Well, the Nest Bolt. What are you night stretching? Do you even have any Pokemon to night? Wait, nitrate works on energy, really? Or a basic energy? Oh, yeah, it does in fact work. I did not know that. Ah, you being interesting with making an 80 health booty. Well, there goes my idea of a few things, per se. And right now there's no Pokemon to devolve anyway, so that's not gonna make much of a difference. Well, to begin with, no, I cannot use Switch. And two, it's not gonna make much of a difference right now. I'll worry about the Pidgeotto later because right now I cannot use him at all. Actually, I don't need the Switch. That's what I don't need right now. I'm not going to be able to use it anytime soon. There goes the rare candy that I cannot use. Yes, I expected that. Don't worry. I could use that there, but it's not going to be helpful. Petty grudges. Oh wait, right now it will. If I'm able to stack it, he still doesn't have a dark energy. I forgot that. It's gonna destroy me when he gets a dark energy, but right now he does not have one, so we're fine. Stadium card. He has a Terra Capes. What, the Terra Stadium? Yep, Area Zero under Earth. What is her price? Not really. And you gave it an energy, great. Yeah, I'm not doing well from this one. I'm sure about that. You didn't even use the stadium. You really went for the energy, if anything. I'm gonna really need something. Like something really dang good if I'm gonna do something right now. Because if not, I am cooked. Because I cannot even use the rare candy to get the Pidgeotto into it. Yeah, great. Talking about... Wait, no, that's... by effects or your opponent's abilities or trainer cards. Oh, that's interesting. My deck doesn't really do that much, that much, so it's probably fine, but it's not appreciated. Okay, we're evolving that. I could, in fact, give it a fire energy, but that's gonna... No, right now. I'm gonna see what Crispin can do for me. It's not $1,000,000, but it can do something. After that, I'm just gonna need something to actually play around, but it seems to be a start. A little bit late, but start. Okay, so next turn I should be able to get the Pidgeotto EX. So that's gonna give me one good item to play around with. I'm not sure whatever that item might be, but actually no, I'm probably just gonna get a Dragapult and use the Crispin too. It's not gonna be perfect because again, it's probably gonna get knocked down pretty easily against the Algerpen Teal Mask, but it is better than not doing anything at all. You really are throwing a lot of cards into here. Us no weakness. Wait, how does that work with... You know, that's an interesting question. How would that work with that? I don't even have to use it for the... Let's start with Reckon Directive and see what I get from this. Another Crispin or a second Dragapult. I'm gonna take the Crispin because I already have a Dragapult. I'm evolving this there. I'm using a next Reckon Directive, yes. Buddy Puffin or Devolution Machine. I'm gonna take Devolution Machine. I'm not gonna be using it right now, but I will be taking it. Next, I'm using Quick Search to get... How many energy do I have before I do anything? Okay, I do have enough energy to not have to worry about that. I'm not gonna need any of that right now, so I'm gonna use the... Jamming Tower could be really interesting, but the Budew is going down this turn no matter what, so I'm actually more interested on this. Okay, there we go. You are getting put into my hand. And you are getting a fire energy. And that. And might as well throw the other energy to the other Dracolope because I'm definitely not throwing that Dreepy into a fight anytime soon. Let's retreat it for this one. I'm gonna do a Phantom Dive. And again, it's not perfect, but next time I might do a devolution later on. 10 and 10. And let's throw everything else there so that they go down a little bit easier. Wait, what? God dang it. I should have read that. Now I need to read that. I thought it was the same ability, but no. Prevents all effects that have energy attached. Oh, I interesting. Oh, there goes my idea, at least. Bare minimum, I should be able to devolve then. No, I don't need to devolve it. I should have read that. I probably should have just put it all on the normal toad scroll because it's the only one without energy. You got your energy, so you're gonna add it to the Algerpon and do a lot of damage. Probably enough to knock it down, if anything. Or at least close. Yep. It's not gonna survive another turn. I can tell you that much. First let's Dragon Elixir then. I should have a second Dragon Elixir, so we're gonna have to play around with that. First, let's get Wrecking Directive and get a little Minions energy. I also forgot to use this thing last turn. When actually no, I no point I will have been able to use it yet. I forgot. I have yet to actually lose any Pokemon. There's no more point of trying to get certain things in order. I already know I'm gonna use this guy. So right now I'm gonna use Mesagos. No, not Mesagos. Um, then I get another Dracloak. Midnight Flurrying could be interesting, but not helpful as of this specific situation. I'll just add a little bit more energy to the rest of my Pokemons here. That one's going there. And the other one's getting into this Pokemon. I already added an energy, so not much I can do. I could use Secret Box, but I don't need to. Like, what do I get out of it? An item? Sure, whatever. I do not need the rare candy anymore. I think about that. I definitely do want that. I don't need the devolution. I'm not gonna use it at any time at all. And you know, like there's better cards. Okay, for item I'm taking that. For that I'm taking that. And for trainer I might as well take Arbin. Now, if he adds another energy to this guy, I'm a little bit, like, annoyed in situation, but not much I can do about it. More than just take it. There we go. So that should actually keep the damage because he doesn't have any energy. Now, if he'd end up doing the 210 or... I should be barely fine, but if he's able to add another energy to the kill to the Agripon, I'm not fine. And I forgot about Monkey Dory, so yeah, I'm not fine. I am in fact not fine. I forgot about the Monkey Dory. And he had an earthen bezel. Obviously he had one. Like I say, it wasn't a complete plan, but it works. So I'm pretty you're not going to add another... Yep, you're going to add it to that. And then you're probably going to add even more energy to that, yes. I'm expecting that. Not surprised about that, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying in this guy. Nope, nope. I refuse about those. That is. Whoops. I really do apologize about that noise and whoever actually hears that. Let's start with a reckon directive while I take. So delete and then. There we go. That's a little bit better. Sorry about that, by the way. I do not like that kind of stuff. Um. So next I'm gonna use. I'm really tempted of taking the Monkey Dory. The problem is even if I take the Monkey Dory, the ability is still working. So there's no point of trying to do that right now, at least. Like yeah, I can try it, but that's about it. I'm trying to see if I'm able to get the Dragapult. I have to play around with a Mimikyu. Not might, I'm pretty sure I will have to. No, at that point I have the jamming tower to take off the other thing, but not appreciative of its situation. Wait, I forgot to evolve it. Give it a second. There we go. Now I can actually do a decent amount of damage to enemies. Just throw all damage to that guy so that next turn I'm able to knock it down. I'm taking this too and see whatever I get from it. Ooh, a boss order. I prefer the counter catcher, but I'm probably going to have to use a boss order for next turn. Oh, hey, that's great. I actually was thinking about the same thing. That means you're out of energy, so that means you're not going to be doing that much damage. That's great. And energy retrieval. Obviously, you have that. How could I forget? Even if I throw counter catcher, that's gonna. Do I have a switch? That might actually save my ass, actually. Give me a second. I might actually. Oh, talking about that, I got it. How about I get a second one while we're in? I'm taking this. Moving this guy up, yes. I'm seeing what I have for quick search right now. was gonna save me, but might as well keep some energy around for right now. Probably gonna need it. Okay, so that needs 1 energy to retrieve, that needs 1 energy, that needs 2. So all of them are pretty much a 1 energy to retreat. Great. Switch into this one. 120 is not a lot, but it might be able to take a hit, which is exactly what I need some of this ones to do either way. Whatever, let's just do it with that there. I already know it's not gonna do the damage, or whatever. I know it's just disappearing. But not much I can do apart from that. I should have actually added to the Pidgeotto. You're gonna use that. You're gonna end up using that. I do not appreciate the fact that you're gonna end up using that. Pretty sure I'm supposed to have one last Dragapult, because if not, I'm kind of doomed. I do not have another Dragapult, dang it. That Dragapult's going down. I should have done it, but I did not. And I got no excuses for it. More than the fact that I did not add it in. So it's now going down. Wait, what? I thought it wasn't only on the bench. Oh well. That kind of screwed me over a little bit more than I expected. I really gotta learn how to read. To all of it, I thought that it was only on the bench. Yeah, the Dracoloak is going down, whatever. You can do that for all I care, man. You're gonna, yep, you're gonna grab a counter catcher or something like that. Not a boss order, but probably like a counter catcher or something like that. Do you even have any of those? No, at least I don't see anything like that. I do see the boss order. You actually gonna use the evolution? You're trying to be funny with me. I do not appreciate you. I'm not gonna give you the. I'm not giving you the right to make me feel like that. I refuse to give you the right to do that. I will not give it to you. Like if you just attacked me and I was down, okay, I give you credit for that, but I'm not gonna let you just knock me down like that. I do not appreciate that one like at all. Okay, let's start with the Mimikyu and the Pidgey. I don't even know if the Pidgey is actually supposed to be on this deck. It's not bad, but I don't think it's necessary. It feels like a little bit too much, if I'm honest. No, it's his turn, not mine. Crispin. Well, he could do some stuff. He's not gonna knock the Pidgey out, but actually he can. He in fact can actually do that. That wasn't my plan, but like it worked. And that was funny. Pretty sad too, but really funny. And it felt make me feel a lot nicer after the last game. Okay, let's see what else we get here. Okay. Really gotta play around with this deck a little bit more. No, I do not like going first. It never ends well for me when I go first. Okay, I'm throwing in the Dreepy to start with, and that's about everything I can throw anyway, so. That's a nice card, the Wooloo. And the station. That is a start if I ever seen one. Well, not what I was expecting for a start, but it's definitely one. Okay, for this, I'm grabbing the evolution machine and switch. So I'm switching Dreepy with Mimikyu. I'm adding this. You know, I'm not sure if it actually works with that, if I'm honest. Well, let's try it. Worst thing is it does. God dang it, it does. I regret it. I did not expect it to work like that, but it does in fact work like that. Oh well, there goes evolution. I cannot use it. Do I regret it? Kinda. But I had to see if it worked like that or not. And in fact, it does. Hey, that's a shouldn't allow you to do that. You need an energy. You need 2 energy to do that attack, no one. Because you changed the that's on me. You changed the stadium. I forgot that. I screwed myself over really hard on that one. And nothing else I can do about it, eh? No reason to throw an energy on that at least. You cannot even use the energy anyways. I shouldn't have added my stadium. What are the chances? I screwed myself completely here. I almost genuinely just want to give up. Concede. You're not even being funny anymore. You really are not being funny right now. Hey, Blue, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. Still nothing. Great. Sure. Let's just continue. Nothing good on my hand. Not much I can do. So how's everything on your side, man? Anything interesting going on? Yeah, sure. I can devolve that because, yeah, total sense. I need a saving grace. Anything. Just a saving grace. Like, I'm not expecting for a miracle, but I need something. That's a good start, but it's still not that much. It just means that I'm doing some damage. Which, again, not a lot, but it's better than nothing at all. Yes, I could add to the PG. I probably should at this point. You're gonna try to play me around with a camera, aren't you? I'm gonna give it an energy so that if it happens, I at least got a way of using the Pidgey to actually get something. Like, right now, I genuinely just need either a Dreepy or the Pidgeotto EX. Hi, dude. Thank you for joining. Like I was said before, are you into the TCG Live? This is ridiculous at this point. Like, I got no other word to use, man. This is not funny. Cool. I was opening a few packs. I was able to get a booster box, but I already finished that. So I'm just playing a little bit to relax for a while before going to the next thing. Please give me some. Okay, I can play with that. It's not magic, but I can play with it. What other card games are you playing? Well, there goes my main thing here. Oh, really? That's the only one I really don't know much about, if I'm honest. I got a little bit of magic and a little bit of other ones, but like one that I really haven't touched at all is Lorcana, if I'm honest with you. Uh huh. Yep. That sounds about right. As I say, oh yeah, a One Piece I actually have tried before. That one I have played. Didn't stick that much. I got a little bit more into Pokemon, but I did play. I think it was around like set 6 or 7. I literally only opened one, like 5 packets of Lorcana, and that's about it. I actually think I have the card somewhere around here. Well, there goes Pidgey. Not surprised about that at all. Oh, really? That's interesting. Really need something. Oh, you don't know, might as well. Because apart from doing this, I really don't have anything else to do. So let's see what I get from Iona. Cool. You know, I actually haven't, at least where I am right now, I haven't seen that many places where they do uh Lorcana games. I have seen most of the other games, but no Lorcana. Okay, there we go. That is another enemy down. So, wow, I can survive one more turn. A Kofu might actually help me. So, I might actually prefer more Behemoth Slash, huh? Well, it's already doing 2. to 7. Oh, no, I'm dead. If he has a choice ban, I'm dead. I'm not even gonna question it. If he has a choice ban, which probably he has one at this point, Dragapult's dead on this turn. Oh. Do you get anything good from the box? Yeah, another one of those. That's so nice. Okay, so I did not expect you to use Instant Strike. I expected you to use Behemoth Blade, if anything. I'm surprised about that. So it doesn't have like packets, it has kind of more like a deck. That's what you're saying? I get it. That sounds pretty interesting. That's a little bit more than most of the other packs. Okay, let's do a Phantom Dive. So that gets this one down. And this point, I'm actually more interested in a few others, but might as well do a decent amount of damage to that. Actually, I probably should have focused on something else. If I'm able to get a boss order, I'm done with him. If he's not down with me first. Okay, 6 common, 3 uncommon. That's pretty good rates, if I'm honest. I don't know. I heard something about enchanted cards or something like that. How rare are those? Come on. Devolution ain't gonna help me right now. So let's take another Dragon Elixir. Let's try to heal that a little bit more. Now let's throw a Kofu just to see what I get. Interesting. Okay, I'm just throwing that there. Yeah, sure, let's throw that there. A Phantom? No, no, no. I could add more. Let's just add an energy to the Ursaluna because might as well. And there we go. That's almost done. Oh yeah, that's understandable. So, I think kind of sounds more like an altar art, like Tool Ghost. I do not remember how they're pronounced, but I get the idea what you mean. Have you actually played the game, or you just read the rule book? Come on, man! I needed my cards. Kinda. No, I genuinely do need my cards. Is there like an online one or anything like that? Okay, Phantom does that. And then we get the double, and there we go. Well, it's still a way to play the game. I think the One Piece one doesn't also have one either. Like, it has a fan made one, but and a tutorial, but it doesn't have like an actual app either. There we go. I might go Dingo now. Anything good here? Professor Turo. Alright, that's something I can play with. I need to double check this deck. There's a few cards that I'm not sure about. Like, Pidgeotto's not bad, but I don't even know if I really need it on the deck. Could put so many other stuff instead of that. The evolution is not terrible, but it's not as helpful as I want to make it believe it is. Don't want to take energy off. Maybe another Ultra Ball. Jack could be. Well, I imagine for most of them you have to have an account. Like for Pokemon too, like this, I need an account to play it. So I'm not surprised about that. It's kind of expected. It's a way to keep like your cards in order if you want to call it anything. No, I don't want to go first. Go and give me something. Yeah, I can in fact play with that. I do not appreciate it and I do not like it, but oh, is it like progressively harder or something, or is just normally I? It's still at least a way to like learn your deck. It's not gonna teach you every corner of it, but it's at least gonna give you an idea, if anything. Go grab a secret box. Now the fact that the evolution's not there makes it. Well then, okay. What did I? No, wait. Cancel. Yeah. Evolution. There we go. But yes, it's still a way to at least try decks. It's not gonna win you the game or anything like that, but it's better than nothing. I want to say. Okay, right now I'm not gonna be playing with this. I don't need an Ultra Ball, and at this point I'm just taking the Pidgeotto out because I'm probably, if I ever actually get it, I'm just gonna rare candy it. I'm gonna throw a Mesagoza. Ooh, those are nice. Could get a Crispin. I don't have a lot of energies going on right now. No, and a Buddy Puffin. I actually been meaning to get a few nice mats. I just haven't been able to get any at all. Okay, let's try Mesagoza. Bare minimum, I get the PG. Worst, I don't get anything at all. But I still get this in order. Oh, well, that sounds unique, if anything. Uh, the only reason I got into Magic the Gathering a while ago was because they had the Hatsune Miku cards. I made a whole deck about them, actually. Uh, I tried to get one of the Hatsune Miku mats, but they were like super expensive. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Yes, you do in fact get it. Great. I forgot you exist, and you are not something I adore to fight against. Okay, let's start with Mesagoza because that's gonna give me the... Nope, still nothing. No, that's fine. Yeah, let's Ray Candy that. Perfect. Let's Crispin this. One of each. You really thought I was being sarcastic? It's exaggerated. It's no joke. It's funny yet pretty sad depending on who you ask. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so you cannot even take that kind of damage. It has been turned into a lot of cards. You want to know which one's the worst one? Look for Snapcaster Mage. That thing is going for like last time I checked. Don't quote me on it. $1,400. It could have gone down. What's so bad about it? Oh, I do not want to know about it. Then we leave it there. Now I'm scared of knowing, so I'm not going to ask anymore. No, I'm not. I might look it up later because now I'm curious, but not right now. I refuse to. I'm gonna lose this game. You changed it to festival grounds, really? No. Gotta throw the Dreepy in. Let's throw the Kofu. And see if I get anything at all I can play around with. That is in fact a no. But I will give some energy to... Well, I need something to attack them that with. No, please don't send it, man. I actually think the bot's not gonna allow you to send it either way, but please just don't send it. I take your word for it. Okay, here I really do not have that many options. I'm gonna have to bet on something I do not have right now. The bot, it's pretty specific. It doesn't allow links for most things. At least it's not supposed to. I still get other bots sending links for bot viewership, which I do not appreciate. For that. Okay, so that's down. Okay. We're trying a Dracoloak there. I'm drawing a Jamming Tower. Trying a Wrecking Directive. As much as I actually want the Dragapult TX, I am a little bit more tempted into the other one. Well, that only has a one retreat cost, so I ain't gonna be doing as much as I will appreciate. Either way, I'm not gonna get it. So now we get to flip the script. Go on, give me nothing. Good. And a dragon head, but I guess at least it's gonna do damage. It's not perfect, but at least it does damage. No, the bot doesn't allow. It's supposed to block any links, so that people cannot spam links and that kind of stuff. But it doesn't always work correctly. Hey. Okay, there goes that. So that's 3. So it needs. I need a Crispin, and I don't even think a Crispin's gonna be good enough for this. Give it to me, please, man. Oh, you actually in fact did it. Let me check. 5 energy, so I should in paper have it. It does in fact do enough damage, so like I'll be able to play around with it. Okay, we're fine. Barely fine. We're fine. You're getting the energy. You are getting the energy. That means that you should be able to use Blood Moon. There we go. I do believe you on that. Things tend to get pretty weird. A switch and another Dragapult. Well, I do like the switch, but not so much the other things. Depending on what my next card is, I'm really just gonna use the Arvin and see what I'm able to get out of it. Evolving the Pidgey at this point might not be terrible. But yeah, I believe you, man. I really do believe you. I'm actually curious now, so I'm gonna look it up on my phone. Do you have to look deep to find it? Like, is it like on eBay or is it like in a specific site, or it was literally just on Google? Because I put Miku TCG playmats and I haven't found anything weird. If anything, oh, okay, I'm gonna look on eBay then. That sounds a little bit more what I expected. I'm taking the item. I'm gonna need the Mimikyu. I almost forget about that. So I'm probably gonna be building the Mimikyu before I try to build the other one. I cannot attack right now, so whatever. Nope, nope. It's never good, man. It's never gets better. You are supposed to know that. Really, $135 for this. Oh. Some of these ones are really expensive. Again, as I said before, I believe you. Come on, give me what I'm looking for. No, unfortunately, people never go far enough. I was supposed to use our candy there. Um, well, either way, I need this. Like, I'm getting this and some energy. I need the energy. The what do you look? Do you actually just put Hatsune Miku mat or something like that, or were you more specific? Oh, oh. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Okay, so our candy that into that. I cannot Kofu because I don't have enough cards, but let's do a Dracoloak and see my luck. Because right now I actually... Oh, it actually is good. Not actually yes and no. Yeah, I cannot actually use them. I actually need a switch. So... What's the poke? Oh, okay. No, I can play with that. Um, so I'm gonna take the switch and just believe really hard that I'm gonna get an energy from this. I did in fact get an energy from this. So we're fine and dandy. So I'm gonna switch to the Mimikyu. I will check it. I'm just finishing the match as well as fast as I genuinely can. You're throwing the Golding in. What did that do again? Rebel them and put them in your then shuffle. Do not appreciate that, but we're gonna see how I can deal with this one or another. So I'm gonna Recon Directive this into a Crispin of all things. That's interesting. And kind of helpful, actually. I'm gonna this in, because that is what I require right now. I'm doing better than I expected. As soon as I the melodic, I actually expected to go down like pretty much in that moment. So I'm surprised I've been able to hold up at all, if any. I may be running out of cards to throw, but I will be lying if I say I'm not doing better than I expected. Problem is that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to build the other Dragapult. Because I need energy and I... Oh, well, there it is. I can in fact build the other Dragapult. I shall not say anything else. I can in fact build the other Dragapult without that many problems. A lot better than I expected. There is a chance. I'm not gonna say it's 100, but there is a chance. I'm doing well. I'm gonna be playing this a little bit in an interesting way. I'm throwing in a boss order here. Now here's the thing. Oh wait, no, wait, I'm overthinking this too much. I'm overthinking that too much. I only need to finish the big Roth. For what reason? I really thought he had more cards than that, but no, he only has that big Roth. Like, I only need one more prize card, so it doesn't matter the Pokemon's at the bench. I just need to throw the big Roth down, which I did. There we go. That one a lot better than I expected. I had a really was expecting to go down pretty fast on the last one because again Milotic. Okay, there we go. That's good. Well, Blue, thank you for joining me tonight. Hope you have a good night. I do have to go sleep. I go to work in a few hours. Uh, I will be streaming as often as possible. I finally got back into the group, so I should be able to do it more often. If you want to follow me, I do appreciate it. I'm all up for talking about anything. It was really nice talking to you, by the way. And well, hope to see any of you guys any other time. Until then, good night. Because I'm going back to my grave.